How y'all doing? In honor of St. Patrick's Day, we're going to make corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes. You're going to want about 3 to 4 pound corned beef brisket, and if yours come with a spice packet, just rub that in. Now, a lot of people like to use a crock pot, but we're going to use a Dutch oven. So use some oil in it and get it nice and hot. Once your oil's nice and hot, we're going to throw the brisket in and sear both sides. Once you got it seared, you're going to make certain that the fatty side is face down, and we're going to add 6 cups of beef broth. You can substitute 2 cups of this beef broth with a 16-ounce can of stout beer. Add about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 bay leaves. I'll go throw this back on the stovetop and bring it to a simmer. Once it comes to a simmer, put the lid on. You'll let it simmer for 40 to 45 minutes per pound of beef. So with mine being a 4-pound beef, it's gonna simmer for about 3 hours. While your brisket is cooking on the stove, you're gonna cut you up some vegetables. Cut up a cabbage and about 2-inch size wedges. Rinse and cut you up about 4 to 5 medium-sized potatoes. You can peel them if you want to. You use white taters, you can use red taters. I don't care, I'm using yellow taters. Now cut and slice you up an onion. I cut mine in wedges. Once your corned beef is fork tender, we're going to add our veggies in. Take your cabbage and just place around it and on top of it, your onions and some carrots. I try to get my taters down into the liquid as much as possible. And then I like to take a little bit of the broth and just kind of pour over the top of the cabbage here. Season with some salt, some pepper, to add in a dash of onion powder and just a little bit of garlic powder. Now throw this back on the stove. Bring it back to a simmer, where it'll simmer for about 25 to 35 minutes until those potatoes and carrots are nice and fork tender. Now that everything's cooked down and nice and fork tender, we're going to bring this out. Just cut her into some slices. It's time to eat. Y'all enjoy.